Well, he's day to day. He crashed into the boards quite violently in practice on whatever day it was, I forget. And as he gets better, he'll be evaluated. We get him up skating again, but he won't be playing tonight. And I don't think he'll make the trip to start with. He'll probably have to see a doctor before he makes his way out and joins us. But I'm still considering it day to day. I know our group is. He's skating. He won't play tonight, but he'll be available to us on the road trip.
Todd, last game, Drake Caggiula had him on the wing. And when he came out of college, he had a reputation of being a guy who could score, but also could be physical. Easier for him, he thinks, to be physical and have that element of his game when he's playing the wing and not having the same responsibilities of big guys in the defensive zone. What did you think of his game overall, and did you feel it allowed him to be more involved playing on the wing?
Well, I thought he had a good game. I thought he had 4 goals and ended up with 0. So you'd like to see him at least be shooting 25%, and that'll come in time. But he did get more shooting opportunities. Now, was that due to his position? Was that due to him having a little more hunger in his game, which I think was real evident? Was that due to him having different line mates? I think it's way too early to determine the answer to that question. What we'd like to see is that reproduced on a nightly basis. So there's a bit of a challenge there to him as well, and he accepted it in day one. It's hard being a first-year player and knowing and understanding how to do it every night, and we're looking to get that from him.
What elements of Slepyshev's game have you seen the most improvement in?
Well, it depends what time frame you're asking me. Over my stay here, over the last 2 weeks, over recently. So since he came back from his minor league stint, he looks more confident. He's playing on a regular basis, so he's expecting to play. He's getting a few more minutes, and I think that affects his ability to play the game. To me, he's using his body more to get inside people, to protect pucks, not always creating offense off of it, but creating time in the offensive zone sometimes for his teammates. He was dangerous the other night. A couple opportunities to score, and maybe he got surprised by the puck, and I think that will come in time. But I sense an improvement in his game. Yep. I think he does a good job. It's not the first league that he's had guys shadow him and get underneath his skin. That probably goes all the way back to Pee-wees. But he's dealing with it well. He's the leading scorer in the National Hockey League. I think that's the answer to your question. Who's number 2? Sidney Crosby. It's happened his whole career. Who's number 3? Malkin? No, he's been out for a while. Burnsy. Burnsy gets under his own skin sometimes, so. No, but Burnsy, that's a little bit different. But those two have dealt with it forever, and it's not going away. It's only an advantage if the home team takes advantage of it. And, naturally, the travel and the wear and tear. Coming from Calgary, it's not like you're flying across the country. We've had some back-to-backs where you're 2 hours out. So it makes it a little more convenient. I sometimes find the teams, like our team sometimes plays well in back-to-backs. You're kind of loose. You've already got the engine going. It's about starting and getting the first 10 minutes under your belt, and then you play. And then the last 10 minutes, what's left in the tank. But if you can maintain a good game off the bat and get to that 50-minute mark with a nice lead, usually you find the energy to finish the night.
Todd, you've had Mark Letestu excel on the power play, and I think often because he's willing to shoot it and shoot it quickly. Has that trait rubbed off on the other power play guys to the extent that you would like at this point?
Well, the other power play guys are positioned a little bit differently, and that question may be going in a number of different places. So the second unit, Nuge and Ebbs, and on the first unit, Connor. Again, Connor is right up there in power play points. I yell like everybody else does from the bench, shoot it, but he's the leading scorer in the league. I'm not. So he knows what he's doing. The other unit, they're set up a little bit different. They're not on their offhands. They're not on their one-timers for the most part. We have them set up on the strong side. So their shooting angle's a little bit different. They're looking at doing a few different things, but they both have good shots when they get them off and use them.